Hello viewers, welcome to K Diagnostics. Dio here. Today we have a 2012 Ford Taurus, and in this video I'm going to show you how to replace the inside door handle on this car. This is my friend's car. My friend Roosevelt brought his car to me, and the handle actually doesn't work anymore, so the handle is broken. He can't get out of his car using this handle, so you have to use the inside handle to open the door. I'm actually gonna go inside the car and show you what he's experiencing. So we're gonna confirm his complaint first before we replace this handle. Alright, so I'm inside the vehicle right now. I'm gonna try to get out, and as you can see, I'm pulling the handle. The door is not opening, okay? So for me to open the door, I'm gonna have to lower the window and open it from the outside handle. So I have to turn the key on, lower the window, and then open it from the outside. So this inside handle is broken. So we're gonna replace this inside handle. So I will put you guys over here so we can get this inside handle replaced. In order to remove this door handle, we're gonna have to remove the whole door panel. So the door panel has got a couple bolts up here, so we're gonna have to remove this door trim. So I'm gonna use this trim remover. So we're gonna start prying from the inside here, the outside. We're just gonna pry it and work our way in. I know Roosevelt is like freaking out right now. It's like, oh my gosh, what's happening to my car? So right here, so this trim has some plastic tabs that hold it in place. So the trim is removed. So now let's sit it over here. We have two screws here that hold the trim in place. So I'm gonna grab a screwdriver so we can remove these two bolts. Actually, before we remove this, I'm gonna have to remove a plastic cover here inside the handle that covers another bolt that holds the door handle in place. Alright, so now the next step is going to be removing this switch. So I'm going to pry this off. So here comes the switch. So now I'm going to disconnect it. It's got one electrical connector here in the back, and there's a tab here you press and pull. So here comes the switch. So I'm going to sit the switch over here. And there's another 10mm bolt here that I have to remove. Alright, so here comes the 10mm bolt I was telling you about. I'm gonna sit it over here. Alright, so I'm gonna show you the bolt I just removed. So right over here, this is where one of the bolts is that holds the panel in place. So now the next step is gonna be removing the plastic cover here that covers the other bolt that holds the door handle in place. Alright, so I got this plastic cover removed. So now I'm going to remove the other bolt. You're building your Instagram stuff?
Yeah.
For your trading stuff?
Yeah, I'm building followers, man.
That's awesome. That's really good, dude.
That's the only time I'm going to use it.
Alright, so now I'm going to remove these two bolts. There's one over here, another one over here. These are 8mm bolts. So once I undo these two bolts, this one is a Phillips head. Alright, so that's removed. Now I'm going to remove this mirror, this adjuster here. Alright, so I just pried out this rear view mirror cover. So it's got an electrical connector here that I'm going to have to disconnect. So just pry this and pull. Now that's out of the way. So basically at this point our door panel should be able to come out now. There are actually a couple bolts here. There's one Phillips screw here I have to remove. So after removing this Phillips screw, now there's another 7mm screw here I have to undo. So I'm removing the last bolt right now. So here it is. I don't know if you can see it. So basically this panel here has got 5 screws. Well, basically, no, 4 screws and 2 bolts. So 2 10mm bolts, one here under the switch, another one behind the handle cover right here, and then 2 here on the main door panel trim, and then 2 more here on the bottom. So at this point what I'm going to do is I'm going to pry the door panel out and then lift, okay, because there's a lip here where the door panel actually hooks onto. So basically you're going to get your trim remover tool right here, just put it on the inside and then start prying. Alright, so at this point it just has so it has a couple plastic tabs behind it. So after prying all these tabs out, so now you just have to lift. Just get a lift right here. So here it comes. So basically, after removing this panel, there's an electrical connector here for the switch. So I'm going to undo the switch right there. So now we're going to undo this cable. So I'm going to pry these little plastic tabs here on the cable so I can pull it out. Right here. So here comes our cable. The cable is disconnected, so now I can remove the switch from the door panel. Just right there, and the switch comes out this way. Here is the switch removed. You see how it's like falling easily?
Yeah.
It's just broken. So now I'm gonna show you, let me just put this right here. I'm gonna show you the new one because I had already ordered the new one from Ford. Here's the part number in case you want the part number. That's the part number right there. So let's get it out of the box. So Roosevelt, I'm gonna show you the difference between the brand new one and the broken one. I think you should be able to tell. So right here, Ford, made in, I don't know, Mexico, somewhere.
All right.
Can you tell the difference? Watch this. Look.
I think it's done.
See this? So once touch here, see?
Yep.
But watch. So the spring on this one is weak. And the handle actually is, I don't know, I can't even see that. Oh, the spring is missing. You see here? See this spring?
Yeah.
Right here. You see how this one has a spring?
That
Look
one.
at this one.
Yeah, it's gone.
The spring is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why it's not retracting.
Okay.
See this?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not retracting. So that's why you can't even open the door, but watch.
Yeah.
Good. Looks
Let's
good?
go. Yeah, man.
Alright, so now I'm going to install this new door handle. So basically what you do is you insert this side first. Okay. You insert the back. So you insert the back first and then push it in. So right there, it's installed. So now I'm gonna bring it up here, and the tabs I was talking about are right here. So I don't know if you can see this plastic tab. There's this, that, and then these two. These are the tabs that hold it in place. Makes sense? So now I am going to reconnect this cable, because the cable here is what allows it to open the door, so it releases the latch. So you just hook this up. I'm gonna hook the cable on the handle and then line it up and then push in. Do you see that? And then I'm gonna connect this switch here, right there. So yeah, that's good. So now let's put it back together. So the way you put it back together is this panel here kind of hooks into this seal here. I just have to make sure my tube here is lined up. So it's gotta go. So I have to put it in here first. Right there. And then you see that? Yep. And now everything is lined up. You just have to make sure that everything is lined up. Once everything is lined up, and just give it a couple taps. And that's all.
Alright.
So the panel is back on, and I'm going to start putting these screws back on. So there's this one screw here. This screw on, and then this one is going to go over here. So we have two 7mm screws down here. There's one near the speaker, and then there's another one here just before the speaker. And then there's a tiny screw here. It's an 8mm. So this one is gonna go over here. Right there. And then there's another hole here. So a 10mm is gonna go right over here on the handle. And then there's another screw that goes over here. It's a little 10mm bolt. Alright, so now I'm going to install this door trim back on. So I already tightened these two screws, and now you're just going to line up these tabs, and then actually no, this one goes in here first, and I just line this up and then tap it in right there. And now I'm going to put this cover, this little plastic cover here behind the handle. So what this cover does, it basically just covers the board here behind the handle. So right there. And now I'm gonna put the master switch back on. I'm gonna connect its electrical connector first. Get it connected. So it hooks in, and bam, right there. So there's the electrical connector. So now I'm gonna put the mirror adjuster back on. It has this tiny connector. So It's gonna go this way. So right over here to install it, and then I need to line up these tabs right there. There it is. Sounds good. And there it is. So now I'm gonna go inside the car. I mean, you could see before I wasn't able to open it from the inside. So now, let's see. How does this look, Roosevelt?
It's good, man.
Looks good?
Yes, sir.
See this? Can you tell the difference now?
Yeah.
Alright guys, so right there, the door panel has been put back together. The handle was also replaced, so my friend Roosevelt is gonna be happy.
Yes,
so
sir.
this is how you remove and replace an inside door handle on a 2012 Ford Taurus. I hope you like this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, give it a thumb down. But if you do, you gotta tell me why. If you have any comments, questions, criticism, leave them in the comment box. While you're down there, ring the bell so you can get notified every time I upload a new video. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.